Good Monday afternoon, everybody. Hadn't talked to you in a while, so I thought I'd come on here and give y'all a little bit of an update once we get a few people popping on here. So, most of you noticed my goatee is back, my hair's coming back, and just give y'all an update of what's been going on, what's happening. Uh, Auctions are going to be starting back up soon. Hooray, yay, 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 yay. I've had several people message me and ask me when are we going to start our auctions back up. We will be starting them up very soon. We've done been picking up a few little items about selling. Uh, Got nice gold jewelry, nice little items to sell at our first auction. So our first auction back should be fun, and we're looking forward to that. Hopefully, maybe next week. We start our treatments up again Thursday. They're not doing any chemo. Good to see you, George. They're not going to do any more chemo. My cancer should be gone, but just in case, there's some microorganism cells floating around. They're going to give me immunotherapy. It'll start this Thursday, and when they first started, it's going to be every 3 weeks, and then they're going to move it up to 6 weeks. And I'll be on that treatment for 1 year, 12 months. Oh, them prayers is what's made us get this far. Made my goatee, RV, it made my goatee grow back. And I'm getting some actually black hair back there. But we're feeling a lot better. Our breathing's getting a lot better. Now, a lot of this smoke that's coming down from Canada and the heat and stuff, I try not to be out in that because I only do have one lung, and I want to take care of that lung the best I can. So we've got to get the building shut down. My big antique mall. We've got to try to be out of that by the first or by the end of July, and that'll take a big load off of me as far as freeing me up a lot more to do my auctions and storage unit finds, something that I love to do and I want to get back into doing. I was actually looking at what's that going across my head there, a vein? The way my head's shaped, I guess. We won't get back to doing that. And I just want to get here on here and tell everybody that the auctions will be coming back up soon. And we'll get our treatment started. And before I was doing uh, chemo, 2 chemos, and the immunotherapy. But now we're just going to be doing the immunotherapy. So hopefully it'll be all right and go all right as planned, and kill any kind of loose cancer cells that's floating around and keep that stuff from coming back on me. That's what our goal is, to get that all situated and everything. So, but we plan on having our auctions again, and I've been sort of peeking around trying to buy a little bit here and buy a little bit there. And once we clean out the building, we're going to move it to my back building, a lot of it. And there's a lot of auction items. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you, buddy. But we're going to be right back at it. And there'll be a lot of stress off me when I get out from under that big building, that lease up there, to where I'm out like $3,000 a month. I just can't do it anymore. It's too big a building. And I tried for over 3 years. Oh, that sounds good, RV. Maybe you'll have a chance to stop through Scottsville and see us, and we'll have you live on the air. We're getting our studio. I'm gonna be working on it tomorrow if I feel like it. India's got to take Ruby back for a checkup to Louisville tomorrow. She's doing great, and I'm gonna be. I think my grandson's coming over to help me tomorrow. We're gonna be getting. I keep looking that way because that's where we'll be doing our auctions at. Is right over there tomorrow. We'll be starting getting that ready. I'm gonna try to set up different camera angles and have better sound, better lighting, and all that good stuff. So we're looking forward to that, getting that nice studio in there. I'm looking forward to doing some different things, got some different ideals. You all are gonna, and I was telling you, when I get that big building, used to I'd worry about, I got to make at least $1,000 tonight. Got to make $1,000. Got to do it. Got to do it. Got to make at least 1,000. Put so much stress on me doing my auctions that I couldn't enjoy myself doing my auctions. And now when I get that stress off of me, when I do my auctions, if we make 200 or 300 a night, I'm gonna be tickled to death, and I won't have that stress. Be just a minute before I can eat, Arla.
This is my bill. This is my
Oh,
bill.
but that'll be something that I won't be so stressful about. I can have more fun doing the auctions, and I won't be so stressed about, because the auctions to me are about fun. You got to make money at them. But I was getting to the point to where I was so worried about making a certain amount of money to pay off those high bills up there at that building that it was stressing me out, and I wasn't having as much fun with my auctions. So when we start back up, we're going to have a lot more fun because, whatever we make, we make. I'm not going to have that overhead there. We'll be working here out of my home office. Uh, we won't have that stress. I mean, we ain't got a house payment because our house is paid for. We got us another vehicle. We needed a vehicle, and that's what I used my fireworks money for, is to buy us a vehicle because we needed one. We didn't get a new one. We got one to where we thought it'd get us here and there, and that way Ruby can go to her appointments in Louisville. I can go to my appointments in Bowling Green, and it's paid for. So I'm thankful for everybody that bought fireworks. They were that way we will be able to afford us a vehicle without payments, because I will be going on my disability in September, which is not a whole lot, but it'll help out some. So a lot of the stress is going to be gone off of me. I can concentrate on battling my disease. What's left of it, we whooping it up good, RV. Uh, but in October, we should be out from underneath all that, having our auctions, and like I said, you can, if you're going to be filming a little bit on TikTok or uh, YouTube or Instagram, whatever, we'll be glad to share over on our Facebook page or YouTube page, uh, whatever you got planned on doing. And we're thankful for people like you that have decided to do something like that, do some volunteer work, things like that. That makes me happy to see folks like you doing that. Yes, Sandra Warden, and thank you, and Robert too. And you know what I'm talking about. Thankful to uh, Diva too. She knows what I'm talking about. Lycans Roofing, they know what I'm talking about. And Debbie Witt and Joe, thankful to you guys. You know what I'm talking about. Geneva, we're doing okay. We're doing a lot better. I just had me a shower, got my house coat on, going to watch some silly shows with the kids, eat some vegetable soup, and just enjoy the night. Appreciate everybody. Don't forget about us. India said the other day that it's been so long since we did an auction, folks might forget about us. But I said no, they won't forget about us. They're our friends. Sort of been worried about Terry Spitz. I hadn't heard from her in a while. She was a really good friend of ours. That's helped us through a lot of rough times dealing with that building. So we'd love to hear from Terry. I know she had surgery on her knee and stuff. Uh, so we're just sort of clicking along here, trying to get back to some kind of normalcy in life, which probably won't ever see normalcy again. But that's all right with me because I can see life, and that's the main thing: is to live every day as if it were your last day. We had a tragic accident here the other day, here in our county. A man and his wife lost their life. Uh, they've been married for years and years, and their daughter was on the way taking them to the doctor, and they run up on a construction zone and got rear-ended real bad, and the man died, and then the woman died a few days later. Good people that we lost here in Scottsville, Kentucky. So we're never promised tomorrow. So that's sort of why I liked when RV said they's going to be taking off a year and traveling, doing volunteer work, doing some filming and stuff. Uh, I like to hear that because that's going to be some memories that they're going to make with his family, and I do appreciate that. I appreciate seeing people doing things. Thank you, RV. We're gonna, and I enjoy that. I enjoy getting on there, cutting up people, and you all know, from the time I was sick. Uh, hey, Tyler. The time I was sick, we just didn't enjoy the auctions much anymore because we were sick and we were stressed out about money. And I don't want the auctions to be that way. I don't want it to be all about making money. I want it to be about making friends, entertaining people, having fun, and of course, making some money. Is your one of the goals, not the ultimate goal, but that got to be the ultimate goal with me with auctions was trying to make a dime to pay bills, and it got very stressful. And I'm going to be taking a big load off when I uh, get out from under that lease up there and not being out 3,000 a month. And that's why I was so stressed. Yeah, if y'all notice, I'd look over at India and I'd say, "What's my numbers? What's my numbers?" And we met our goal tonight. And we met our goal tonight. And it got to be to the point to where that's all I was worried about and concerned with. And I apologize for that from the bottom of my heart. I want to be Uncle Jed, the Uncle Jed persona, entertaining, making you smile. I just soon to eat. I just soon to make somebody smile. Let's eat. And I want to get back to making you guys smile and have fun and spending time around the old telephone or the computer and having some fun. Maybe pick up on a few bargains and cutting up with each other. And most of you got to know one another very well, and that's a good thing. You've been introduced to people that you may have never got to know, like Gettysburg Rich or Draft Horse Diva or Mr. Underhill there. Which Mr. Underhill, I can't tell y'all who he is. uh, but I want to thank Mr. Underhill especially. He knows who he is. Mr. Underhill, you wasn't born in no 1987. No, but don't you be pulling that stuff. I know who you are, and you wasn't born in no 1987. See, just like that, getting back to cutting up. And I've lost one of my front teeth, guys. I've got to get some dental work done, and my oncologist told me that it would be fine to get some. You did not graduate in no 87. Oh, you graduated in 87. Oh, I can believe that. But hopefully, we're planning on maybe having everything ready by next Tuesday, having our first auction in the new room there. Like I said, I want to have better cameras, better lighting, better microphone system, and I'm pretty well much going to let Indy control the software so she can switch from one camera to another. Like when we go to selling jewelry, she can just switch that camera and have it set and ready to sell the jewelry, and then she can switch it back to me when she's ready to go back to selling the items I got. And I want to get back to getting. We thank a lot of y'all too, Robbie, you and your ma. So we're going to be having a lot of fun, guys. So get ready and get for the end of summer and fall and Christmas time. We're going to start concentrating on maybe getting items that you guys can start buying early Christmas presents. And I want to get back to some storage units and filming that. Now I won't be able to do a lot of the lifting and climbing like I did before, but we'll have some help with us, and we'll go treasure hunting together. Y'all want to do that? We can go treasure hunting together, and then we can have an auction in a few weeks, and then sell the items that we find in the units. I want to get back to doing that. I was sort of looking at the units today and seen a few that I liked, but there's no possible way I can do it right now. I want to see how this immune therapy. Uh, See, the problem I got is I took two chemo treatments and the immune therapy all at the same time. So I don't know which side effects came from which chemo or which if it was from the immune therapy. So I'm about to go through this immune therapy starting Thursday and figure out what the side effects. I think the main side effects was me having aches and pains like flu-like symptoms. I think that's what came from the immune therapy. I know it causes problems with my thyroid, so we're going to keep an eye on that to make sure my thyroid stays like it's supposed to stay. I don't even know what a thyroid does, but I know it. I think it has an effect. But when I was doing chemo before all those treatments, they was giving me a pack of steroids, and I was eating everything. I gained weight during chemo. Most people lose weight during chemo. I actually gained weight, but since I had my surgery, I guess it was such trauma to my body. My taste buds have changed. I've lost. I'm down to 175, and that was after my surgery. So I still try to eat as much as I can, even when I don't want to eat. And there's certain foods that I love, and there's certain foods that I hate that I used to love, and vice versa. So hey, Bill Horvath, I sent you a message the other night, buddy, explaining a few things. Dana, it's good to hear from you and Wilm also. So we're looking forward to getting back to auctions. If not this coming week, the next week. I want to get cleared out up there. Uh, you local people, y'all want to come in when I'm up there and just make me offers on items. That'd be that less much I have to pack up or do whatever I got to do with it. But I'm cutting it pretty close. I'm gonna have 2 weeks to get that done, and I think I'll be able to get it done in those 2 weeks. Hey Kim, how are you guys doing? We certainly do miss you all too. Uh, and for those of you just now joining me, I apologized earlier because the auctions I've done, the last 10 or 20 auctions I've done, I've not been myself. One thing because of the sickness, and another thing because of the stress of trying to pay the bills. And I will always have a quota, and I'd be more worried about making that quota. And I probably get ill sometimes when I shouldn't have, and I apologize for that. That's not Uncle Jed. So I want to get back to the old auctions. I'm not going to be worried about how much money that we make. I mean, I hope we make a lot of money, and I hope you guys get a lot of bargains. But that ain't what my auctions are about. I enjoy doing the auctions. I have fun with them, and it got to be where they wasn't fun anymore because I was too worried about trying to make the high rent up there on that building or the high light bill or water bill, and that's all going to be off my plate. So we're not going to be worried about trying to make 800,000, 2,000 a night. If we make 200 or 300 a night, we're going to be tickled to death and just have fun with it. And so I'm hoping that you'll see the change in me. And India got, India was just wonderful through it all because I would get stressed out at her and be ill and stuff, and I shouldn't have been. It was just all that stress of all that overhead that I was having to deal with, and we're getting rid of that overhead, and we're gonna be at home doing our auctions. That way, I feel like I'm here with the girls more. They're getting older and growing up faster and faster. Jasmine's starting college this year. Ireland's starting her senior class. Ruby's starting the end of her middle school year, 8th grade. So we're going to get to enjoy a lot more stuff and take one day at a time. As for now, I'm a survivor. Uh, as far as I know, there's no cancer in my body, but they're going to do these immune therapy treatments to make sure there's none floating around anywhere to where the cancer would come back. And that's constantly now going to be on my mind, worrying about, if I have a headache, is it there? If I have a leg ache, is it moved down there? If I'm hurting in my side, is it in my kidneys? I'm going to live with that the rest of my life, but I'm not going to let it rule my life. That's one thing I'm not going to let it do. We're going to have a lot of fun, guys. I just want to get here and say hi tonight to everybody and be looking. I'll come on here 2 or 3 days before we do our auction to let you guys know the date and the time. And I'm sure it's going to be back on Tuesday and Thursday nights. That's just a night that we've settled into. And we'll have a lot of fun with it. We'll get back to spinning the wheel, making offers, and hopefully getting some really unique items out of some storage units. That's what we got planned. So I love each and every one of you. I thank you for whatever you've done for me, whether you sent a card, whether you sent some money, or uh, text me and gave me words of encouragement, or like Justin Jasper, he's packed a pocket knife that he bought from Uncle Jed's auction shed back several months ago. He takes it to the beach with him when he went on vacation. He sends me pictures of wherever that knife travels, and he don't know how much that tickles me to death for him to do that, to be thinking about Uncle Jed packing that pocket knife. And Bill Horvath texted me the other day, was worried about me. And I want to give a special thanks to Vanis Brown. If it hadn't been for Vanis Brown, I wouldn't have been able to make it through the fireworks shed. I just simply wasn't able. And by Vanis helping me like he did, we were able to get caught up on a lot of our bills. We was able to get us a vehicle that's dependable, that's paid for with no payments attached. I mean, it's not a new fancy car, but it's new to us, and it gets us from point A to B. So if it hadn't been for Vanis, none of that would have been possible because I wouldn't been able to do it, and Indy wouldn't been able to do it by herself. So Vanis Brown came in there and did a fantastic job, and we met her goal. Uh, and we even wanted to give during that time, even though we could have probably used that $3,000 ourselves. We donated it to the band because the football programs, the basketball programs, it seems like they've always got their boosters and they're always getting money, and uh, the band unsung heroes is what I think. I think they go unnoticed a lot of times, and they probably work harder than the football players, the basketball players. Not taking nothing away from you good boys and girls playing football and basketball, not at all. But the band members, they go unsung so much. And when you speak about donations and stuff, it's usually geared towards football or basketball or baseball or something like that. So we wanted to do something for the band, and I'd like to announce that we raised $3,000 for the band, and Vanis presented it to the band director, Mr. Tyler Cook, the other day, and I hope it helps them in their band program. I told them they could use it in whatever capacity they wanted to use it in any of their band programs, and I hope it helps them. I hope it helps some kids maybe get some instruments, or get some uniforms, or some much needed equipment that they might need. And it tickled me to death to be able to do that, even in a time when I was needing help, to be able to help somebody else. And that's what Uncle Jed's about. And we're going to get back to that point pretty soon. We just got to make it through Thursday and see how this stuff's going to affect us. And after that, we'll be starting our auctions up. I want to have a lot of different variety of items, old, new items, blue items, borrowed items. No, I won't be selling no borrowed items. But just to sit around, sort of like sitting around the campfire. Matter of fact, our background's going to be our fireplace in my office. And there'll be some few nice little items sitting up on the shelf to where you'll be saying, when are you going to sell that? When are you going to sell that? So we want to make it nice, and we want to make the lighting better to where you can see your items better, and just have a all-around better program for you guys, and more entertainment, more fun, more bargains. So I want to jump on there and tell you that Ruby's doing great with her recovery. She goes tomorrow to Louisville for a follow-up appointment. We've been to several follow-up appointments, and everything's looking good for us. So y'all gonna have Uncle Jed around for a little bit longer. Yeah. And and one thing about it, Vanis, uh, the good Lord, I thank all of you guys, and I thank everybody else that's been praying or giving or whatever. Uh, oh, Sandra and Robert, thank you guys. You know what you done. I don't want to leave anybody out. But the good Lord, He is the one that's helped us through this. He has showed me things. He's enlightened me on things. And He's still showing me how to help people, maybe not in a monetary way, but in a spiritual way. And I'm really thankful that He's enlightened me on a lot of these things to be able to do. Hey, Don, my old buddy, good to see you. We're trying to take care of ourselves. India's unsung hero right here is India. She's had to deal with making sure Ruby's getting a complete recovery. Love you too, Sandra. She's had to make sure that Ruby's recovered. She's had to babysit me because this weather we're having with the smoke coming down from Canada, they're giving these advisories. And like I said, I've got to take care of my lung that I got left, and I'm going to take care of it. And India's, if I go out and I try to mow the yard or anything like that, she's a hollering at me. You were seen her the other day. I was actually trying to crank on the push mower. She said, "What do you think you're doing?" I looked around and I thought, man, she's coming after me. I'm going to have to do something about this. So I said, nothing, honey, nothing, honey. And so if she sees me doing something I shouldn't be doing, she's right there on it. And she's really been working. She got out today, and my building out here sort of got growed up around it. She's been weed eating, cleaning it up, getting ready for my outbuilding to hold a inventory for us to have auctions. And then I just got to go out from the house, grab a couple of totes, 2 or 3, and we can have our auctions, and we can have fun. And I want to add a few little added things to the auction. I'm still thinking on them and stuff. So I've had my shower. The girls are eating a late supper tonight, and so am I. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm fixing to eat. I've got actually an appetite tonight. So when I got that appetite, that's when I need to eat. So appreciate each and every one of you. I love you so doggone much, every one of you. I mean, I can just start thinking about all the names that I see pop up on here tonight and other nights and a year ago and 2 years ago. And I have so much love in my heart for each and every one of you. I do. And if there's ever anything I can do for any of y'all, if it's within my ability to do it, you guys know that Uncle Jed would do it for you. So God bless y'all. See you soon. We'll be up going, hey, you got a $10 video, 12 and a half. 10, 12 and a half. Guys, you know it's better than that. Gotta go. Gotta go. I love y'all so much. Y'all pray that Ruby and them will have a safe trip up to Louisville tomorrow and that her follow-up appointment will be great. And then pray for me Thursday. I'm a little bit scared just taking one of the treatments. I don't know why. The immune therapy, it's not chemicals or anything. I'm a little bit scared, the first go around to see how it does my body. But then I'll be okay after that. So God bless y'all. I love y'all. Uncle Jed's still here. Baby, I'm still here looking good. God bless y'all.